Fox 4, the news station. Live for all North Texas. It's 7 a.m. And this is Good Day.
Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage.
Hey, welcome back. It is 6 minutes away from the top of the hour on this Monday. Don't call this man if money is tearing up your marriage. First, read the book. It's called Lone Star Divorce. Ike Vanden Eykel practices family law in Dallas. So money, universally, the biggest troublemaker in marriages, right?
Unquestionably.
Yeah. And right now is a terrible time for a lot of families.
Well, if it's normally bad, you can expect what it is now.
Yeah. You've seen a rise in business. I mean, you don't take great joy when the phone rings and it's yet another family looking at it.
No, but when the economic downturn starts, our business regrettably goes up.
Yeah. One of your real serious suggestions to families is, first of all, know where you're at right now. Exactly. There's a lot of tension going on, and frequently it's because there's no communication going on in the house. Holy smokes, we're how much in debt?
Exactly. And the lack of the communication, the lack of involvement in the financial setup of the marriage can create huge problems.
Right. So you would suggest seeking counseling if you think there are problems, if you know there are problems.
You know when there's problems, but the counseling, and sometimes it may even be economic counseling, but the counseling is going to enhance the communication, which is where it really, in all honesty, begins.
Right. And in a lot of cases it may involve some unpleasant choices like cutting back on spending, or maybe somebody going out and getting a second job.
If you're spending more than you have, you've got problems, which means you've either got to increase the revenue or you've got to decrease the expenses.
Yeah, because those problems don't solve themselves generally, especially in a down economy.
Well, a down economy and a down marriage, those are two bad combinations.
When there is no alternative, when they do have to pick up the phone and call you, a couple of things you're going to want them to do. They got to start working together at some point on the financial issues, right?
Well, the sooner they do that, the better. Whether they're going to stay married as a result of counseling or get a divorce, there's certain things they've got to do to straighten up their financial package.
Right, and one of them is, you say, is make sure the taxes are taken care of, because that doesn't go away.
No, both income taxes and real estate taxes.
Right.
The government doesn't go away.
Yeah, they don't say, "Gee, sorry, it didn't work out in your marriage, so just let's."
I've never
Yeah.
gotten that call.
Get a clear picture of what your debts are and what you can do about it. Because this is a big question. You say you cannot divorce away your debt. This is something a lot of people think.
Oh yes.
Well, I'll just stick him with all the bills.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy, and it's a myth that has gone on for years. The divorce is not going to solve that, because if you're having trouble living in one household with the income you've got, imagine when you go into two.
Right, and you're paying 2 rents or 2 mortgages or double the utility bills and so forth. Real quickly, can you do a do-it-yourself? If it's just, I can't afford this guy, look at the nice suit he's got on, can you do a do-it-yourself divorce in Texas?
You can, but if you have any assets at all, or if you want to actually get out of the debt, they need to find someone in their economic strata, and there's a lot of very excellent attorneys out there who don't have that high an expense related to their practice. They can do a better job than the self-help, because you're going to make a mistake that you're never going to get out of.
That's right, and you're stuck with that forever.
You're stuck with that forever.
Or else you got to hire this guy to get you out of the trouble.
Right.
All right. Thanks very much. The book, once again, is called Lone Star Divorce. Some great advice in there.